In this video, I want to show you the sell by chat system I've personally used and my clients have used to sell over $10 million in coaching programs, literally just by sending messages from their phone in the DMs. This entire process has sold over 10 million USD. So I'm going to show you the exact process in terms of what to say, when to say it, how to say it. And there's a real science behind this. There's like 5 steps that we need to look at to get someone from, they don't know you, they don't know you that well, to knowing you a bit more, to trusting you, to liking you, to eventually booking on a call and paying you and throwing a credit card, wanting to pay you, to work with you, to get involved in your coaching program. I'm going to show you the entire process and what you need to say, be on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, to get people paying you and wanting to work with you inside your coaching program. We're going to go through the entire process in this video, so make sure to stick around because there's going to be a lot of value here. The very first thing we want to do here when it comes to getting people to want to work with us is break the ice. I'm trying to write and speak, so bear with me. Break the ice and get a reply. The very first thing we want to do with any conversation we're having on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever it might be, is we want to break the ice and just simply aim to get a reply. That could be as simple as someone has just followed you on Instagram. You just drop them a message just saying, hey, it's good to connect on here. I see that you also have a dog. I have a dog. That's cool. Like that's us breaking the ice and building a little bit of rapport. And then after that, we want to get into the second thing of the conversation. But before we do that, we just want to get people to open up, to know us and just see that we're a real human, that we're not just AI, we're not just a VA or in the Philippines just spamming people with cold messages. We just want to acknowledge, we just want to like metaphorically wave to the person on the other end, nod, do all of this stuff, just show that we're a real normal person just like them. You don't want to spend too much time in this part of the message kind of sequence and flow. Maybe just 2 messages, 3 messages. Have a very gentle, genuine conversation with someone about anything. It could be about their fitness goals. If you're a fitness coach, it could be about their fitness goals. It could just be about something, a common thing that you both like or have in common, and then you can kind of take the conversation from there. So that's the very first thing we want to do. Once we've broken the ice, it's going to take no more than a minute at the most. Once we've done this in the conversations, the next thing we want to do, which is crucial, is bridge the conversation. And what I mean when I say bridge the convo is you've opened this conversation, you have people replying, you have kind of some gentle conversations going on. We don't want to waste our time and just spend too long talking to people about their dogs, about their family, about their holidays. We don't want to spend too long. We want to spend no more than a minute on this. And then we want to bridge the conversation and get it speaking about the thing that you're an expert in. What are you an expert in and how are you helping people you want to work with? Once you know that, you want to go straight into that conversation. You want to go straight into how you can kind of be the expert and actually coach people through. So if you're a fitness coach, you might be speaking about anything here. You might be speaking about you might have a holiday in common. You might have dogs. You might have a similar fitness goal that you're both working towards. Once you've done that here, you just want to bridge the conversation and just go straight into the thing that you're an expert in. The way you can do this is just say, cool, it's really good that we are connected. It's really good that we're speaking about this. But as you can tell from my profile, I actually help a lot of people with similar goals to yourself that you might have at the moment. Mind me just seeing what are you working towards at the moment, or what are your goals at the moment? Where do you want to get to? Right, this just simple conversation here for our clients stops them from wasting so much time that they've previously done on like conversations that are going nowhere, and it's allowed them to consistently 2 to 3x the amount of call bookings and clients they get through just by having a very good bridge in terms of being able to bridge a conversation from random talk or just opening and acknowledging something to actually getting a conversation about the thing that we're an expert in. You can do that as a voice message. You can do that as a video, like pre-recorded video. conversation, or you can just do that in text. Once we've done this, and a good example of what you might want to say here to do this could be as simple as just saying, you know, it's really good to connect. But as you can tell from my profile, I actually help a lot of people with these kind of goals. I'd love to just do a little bit of research and just see what you're working towards and just see if there's anything I can do to help you. What are your goals at the moment? And this forwards into the next part of the conversation, which is part 3, and that's understanding the goal of the person. If we don't know where they want to get to, we can't really help them. And also, like, one thing you've got to remember as well is people love to talk about their goals. They love it more than anything because goals are exciting. Goals create optimism and like excitement for the future. So if we can ask anyone about what are they working towards, what do they want to achieve, where do they want to get to, the likelihood chances that they're going to respond and they're going to give us some really good data as to how and what we can help them with. If you're a fitness coach here, as an example, if you're a fitness coach, you ask someone what their goals are and they say, I'd love to lose 20 pounds because the summer's coming up and I want to be in shape. Like, that's exciting for most people to speak about a future where they're better off than they currently are. And we get them to open up and we get them to tell us that, right? That's super important. Once we understand their goals here, we can move over to the next part of this script, and it's to understand their struggle, right? What is holding them back? What is their frustration? What is their obstacle to getting there? If we stick to the fitness example, this guy here has gone through the script and gone through the system. They want to lose 20 pounds. What's holding them back? What are they currently doing? What's the frustration? What's the obstacle that's holding them back? This is such an easy question you can ask anyone because they've just opened up. They're like, cool, amazing. I want to achieve this goal. What have you tried to do that so far? Like, what's holding you back? What are the bottlenecks for you to achieve that goal? The more we can get them to kind of give us this, the more we have this thing here that we're creating where we come in and we help. This is a bridge. Again, this is the struggle, right? This is the struggle. This is the future. And this is all the things that's holding them back to getting there. If someone's trying to lose 20 pounds, they might try this diet here. They might try this. They might try this. They might try this. All of these things don't work for any given reason. Any of these things are holding them back from getting there, right? And this is what we're trying to understand and get really clear on, because then we can come in and we can actually solve this thing with your coaching. Your coaching can be the bridge that gets people to jump over all of these issues and help them achieve it. Now we have these answers and we have these things covered. We know where someone wants to go. We know what's holding them back. The next thing we want to do is offer the solution. We want to be the knight in shiny armor, coming to their rescue and giving them a solution that they've never tried before, ideally. We want to give them a solution that's something that they haven't done before, they haven't tried, because that's going to give people more optimism, more excitement, and more clarity and more certainty that your thing is going to be the thing that's going to help them achieve the goal on the other end, right? And this is all happening in your DM conversation, so you're not wasting your time like booking onto sales calls or Zoom calls, spending an hour speaking to someone that you know is not going to be a fit. This can just happen when you're on a toilet. You know, you can just be messaging people anytime, having these conversations and actually qualifying people through this loop to turn them into clients. The solution and how we cover the solution part of this script and conversation is rather simple. Once we know the goals, once we know the struggles, we offer the solution. How we do that, as an example, again, we stick to fitness for this. If someone wants to lose 20 pounds, they've tried 3 different diets, they can't stick to anything, the solution might be actually having a coach to come up with a custom meal plan and a nutrition plan, which makes it very easy for them to follow the plan and actually get the result. You send this solution as a voice note and you ask a very simple question saying, have you tried to do this? Have you tried to do it? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, no, I haven't tried it. Cool, let's book a call and I'll show you how we can implement this for you to achieve this goal. If they say, yeah, I have tried it, but for any given reason it hasn't quite worked. Cool, well, the reason it hasn't worked is because you didn't do this one thing with it. Let's jump on a call and I'll show you how we can solve it. All of these roads, all of these things lead to one outcome. One outcome is to book people on calls and then close them on a call. If you just follow this playbook that sold over $10 million in coaching programs already, if you just follow this playbook in that format, you book sales calls and qualified sales calls and appointments, and you'd be able to book them and you'd be able to close them into paying clients for your coaching program. If you're not doing this already, make sure to hit like and subscribe on this video so you can always find it, and make sure you implement the stuff on here because it'll be very useful for you to be able to build, grow, and scale your coaching program as well. There'll be a link down in the description of this video if you want a diagnosis of your business and understand how exactly you can take things to the next level. If you want one of these diagnoses of your business, just hit the link below and apply, and you can send the details, and I'll see you in the next one.